Hey, welcome to Banjo Blitz, episode number 4. Happy Friday. You probably noticed something different this week from last week. Yes, I changed my strings. Okay, the pattern this week is a double thumbing pattern on 1, 3, 2, and 4, and then 4, 2, 3, and 1. We'll just reverse it. So here's the pattern, nice and slow. It's good to disrupt your patterns. So if you are always playing the strings 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, you want to change that because we need to build instant ability for our muscles to hit any string that we want at a given time. So the best approach that I've found for my own playing is to establish patterns, get really good at those patterns, and then disrupt the patterns. So that's the theme for this week. Now, as you're doing this pattern, it's a little harder. Your brain is going to work a little bit harder because it's different from the patterns we've been doing in the past couple weeks. So you need to make sure, A, that your pattern is right? We've got to remember what the pattern is and get it right, get that clear sound. But we also are still aiming for what we talked about at the very beginning, and that is perfect volume balance between all of your strokes and perfect 8th note timing. So you're kind of juggling 3 things on this exercise this week. You're learning this new pattern, which it seems simple on its face, but I promise you, if you ramp up the speed, you will find very quickly that this is a difficult pattern to play quickly. So that's one thing. We're learning the pattern. We're remembering the pattern. Second thing is all volume is staying equal. Make sure you're listening for that. And then the last thing and most important thing is that your 8th note timing is perfect. Let's set it up against a metronome here. Hopefully I can play this well enough because it's challenging. All right, we're going to start today at 100 BPM. And we're ready to go here. Okay, here we go. Okay, I'm not at all happy with the way I played that, but I'm going to leave this take because I think it's important to illustrate one important thing. It's very easy to play faster than the click. You might hear, if you didn't hear it, go back and listen to what I just did. I'm just a touch ahead of that click. I've become particularly sensitive to that because I play a lot with metronomes and I use the metronome a lot in recording and that sort of thing. So I'm used to hearing when I'm a little bit ahead. If you didn't hear it, go back, play it a couple times, and you'll notice that my hits are just a hair ahead of that beat. That doesn't make me very happy, so I got some work to do, just like all of us. Let's just ramp it up to 160. Okay, a little bit better. That tempo, for whatever reason, is just a little bit easier for me. Or I've gotten really, in just the space of a few minutes, I've really zeroed in on that click. I'm really paying attention to it and trying to get it right. But still, I'm not entirely happy with how I just played that because there were a couple moments where I was moving off that click. I mean, if I had 5 minutes right now just to sit down and play at 160 BPM, just that pattern and some of the other ones we did earlier in the past few weeks, I could probably iron that out in the course of that 5 minutes. So that's just sort of an insight into how I would go about now practicing out my problems and trying to solve them. All right. Yeah, you asked me to do it. Okay, I'll do it. 200 BPM. Here we go. You'll notice as I'm playing the faster tempos, just like we talked about, your hands and motions, they get smaller. Your hand gets softer. You play with soft hands. And so your volume may decrease a little bit, and we can tease that out. We can work on that in subsequent videos. But I definitely lessen my volume as I increase in speed because, well, it's easier to play fast when you're not stiff and cramming your hand into the banjo. So that is it for this week. Please leave comments below, and I will see you next week.